not only hosting Dancing with the Stars, but also executive producing. What are the emotions? What are the feels? Are we ready for this
Yeah.
season?
I think we are ready for this season. There's a lot going on in the world, a lot of positivity and change, and a lot of fear and uncertainty. And I feel like Dancing with the Stars is going to be that outlet for you to just come and either physically be with your family or be with your family on your device and just to escape, to cheer people on, and to just have some fun during this time that's, not necessarily the most positive year.
Exactly. And in doing that, how do you plan to revolutionize what we see on that screen, how our hearts will continue to just feel better as we watch
Yeah.
week after week?
Yeah, I think it's important for me as that host to really to know and to have that like kind of empathy of what the world is going through right now, and how to bring that emotion and empathy with these contestants, these celebrities, these stars that are out of their comfort zone, and they're vulnerable. But at the same time, we're in this ballroom and there's glitz and there's happiness and there's triumph, and it's like balancing both of those. When somebody wants to cry, being there in there to support them and make them feel that the entire country through me is supporting them. And when they are like celebrating, I need to be the turn up DJ, like the hype man in that room as well. So it's this balance, balancing where the world is and where our stars and dancers are too.
And just to say again, congratulations, because I can't wait to see your face on there and your personality shine again on another show like this. It is such a big show. Everyone watches. What is the cultural impact, the impact that you feel and the responsibility you want to take on while executive producing and hosting?
Yes. So there's different types of executive producing. With America's Next Top Model, I created that show. My partner Ken Mock and I are lockstep. A lot of heavy lifting responsibility. I'm more a creative executive producer on America's Next Top Model, but still a lot of operational, influence as well. With Dancing with the Stars, this is an institution that has been there forever. And we're Dancing with the Stars 2020 now. So in terms of being an executive producer, it's not coming in and starting anything from scratch. It's kind of looking at the landscape and saying, oh, what about this for a little bit of refresh here, or this for a refresh there, or what about this type of pro dancer, or this, that's really more of what it is. It's more of like a little bit more of icing as opposed to the cake.
Gotcha. And we need that icing. We need that icing.
Right? The icing can like kind of change the flavor of the cake a little bit. Still might be buttercream cake, or what is that? No,
even if you have a yellow cake and you put the wrong icing on, it messes it up.
Exactly.
For the first time, we will see, obviously we've seen her before, Britt Stewart. She's the first Black female pro. It took a lot of seasons to get here, but yes. I'm happy to see her. And I read her post last night on Instagram to be able to do that. She said she's so excited to be there. Did you have any part in that? How excited are you to see that change happening?
So one of the first conversations I had when I came on is, let's talk about diversity. And they said, yes, let's. And they told me what they were doing. And I felt so good that I didn't have to come in with like a batteram and say, this is what needs to be done, and this is what the change that you need to do. So that made me feel good, like, okay, you guys understand that this is important. You guys understand that dance is this beautiful universal language that needs to reflect the beautiful different colors of our country. So I didn't have to push, and that made me feel good.
That feels good. I look forward to even more seasons to see the diversity grow.
Yes. Me too, by the way.
Yes. Yes. The changes in fashion, because girl, that's where you come from. We got the fashion in there. How will we see different fashion? Because again, Dancing with the Stars, like you said, it's been there forever. They have their ways, and the fashion is always there. But how will you interpret that fashion?
So the great thing is, I think by me coming, I think it has inspired a lot of the team. I thought I was going to have to come in and say, we need to change fashion. We need to do this. We need to do that. But they're presenting to me. They're like, we're excited that you're here, and we want to like lean into like Met Ball. And so they did an entire presentation of all of the different dances, from the cha-cha to the tango and this, and that this is how we used to kind of dress people, but we're leaning toward this now. And it was this beautiful mood board, I don't know, hundreds of pages, literally, of how they want to update that fashion and take it into more of an edge, but not so edgy that it's intimidating to the American audience, but that it's more like, whoa. And in terms of my outfits, get ready.
Yes.
Get ready. You know, there's theme nights on Dancing with the Stars. And so, you better believe I'm going to be dressed in some themes. And I've even been talking to the team and the stage team too about like, I think I need outfits that I walk out and it looks like crazy, but then maybe something detaches. And then that crazy part's left behind, and then like the normal part is there. Oh, I don't even know what to say, but it's going to be pretty amazing.
You're taking
Dancers,
it
the stars, and me. We're taking it up 10 notches. Do you think Top Model has some cool outfits? Child, please.
Here we go, 2020. Let's see what happens. And Tyra, again, like I said, you are our icon for our 25th year. Another reason we're celebrating you is because, I mean, you dominate every decade, but the 90s and the acting with everything that you did, we have to hone in on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air for just a moment. When you were working alongside Will, what was the very first reaction? I know you've talked about this before, but what's the one thing that you remember the most, and why was it the most special time for you?
Oh, there's so many different moments. One thing I do remember is like when you were on the set of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and you're like doing your scene, practicing, you would hear Will Smith before you saw him. Because as soon as he came through the door, he's like, "What's up, everybody?" You know, and that's rare on a set. A lot of the times the stars of a show are not necessarily the nicest people. And it's not necessarily that they're bad people, but they're tired and there's a lot of pressure and there's a lot of, hours and so there's a lot that goes into that can make somebody just not be the most precious on set. But Will was just a wonderful light, and to hear it before you saw it, and then he would come out from the dark and then turn the corner and just big smile and big hug, and so I'll always remember that.
And I know we have about a minute left, so I just want to ask you one last question, because this photo, we brought this up and it's so beautiful. It's the other reason why we love you and you're so iconic. A legend that we recently lost, this beautiful photo, I just wanted to show you. Can you?
Oh yeah, Kobe, I love that picture, yes.
You collaborated on music together. Obviously, he touched the world in so many different ways. When you see that photo, what does that mean to you?
Oh, I just remember that's baby Kobe. That was so long ago. I remember this tender, precious, to me, he was always kind of a little boy a bit. I remember I met him, I think he was 17 years old, and someone wanted me to kind of just do a quick mentoring session with him about what to expect in Los Angeles. And he came by my house and sat on my couch. He was this little kid. And I was like, you need to watch out for this, and you can go here, and these are some nice people you can hang out with. He was just really sweet. And so even to this day, everybody's like Mamba and all that. I'm like, no, that's just baby Kobe. He's just a sweetheart.
Love him. We all miss him so much. Tyra, congratulations on this season. We can't wait to see the fashion, the dance, the moves, everything else. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you. Inglewood.
Yes.